What's up, everybody? Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy, coming at you again for Function Friday. This week we're going to talk about lifting mechanics a little bit. This is something that we always hear about, but it's kind of elusive. We don't really know what it really means. And we have all heard this phrase, lift with your legs and not with your back. What the heck does that even mean? If we are lacking fundamental mobility in our hips or our calves or our knees, it is impossible to lift with your legs and not with your back, right? So first let's talk about what lifting shouldn't look like, right? And that's this. And even if you're trying to lift with your legs, sometimes we get this, wrenched over here at the spine, and then we're like, right, oh yeah, there we go. Well, that's lifting with my legs because I bent my knees for a quarter of a second, right? That's not exactly it. If it is our goal to pick something up off the ground and it's heavy, what we want to do is we want to be right on top of this thing. This thing is going to be right underneath our center of mass. Now, granted, not everything has this nice, handle on it like this kettlebell does, but nonetheless, what we want to do is we want to be as close to this thing as possible, keeping it close to our center of gravity, right? When you're lifting up a gallon of milk, you're not doing it out here, right? You're putting it up here, right? It's the same thing with lifting. So be on top of this thing as best as you can. And then it's essentially a squat or a deadlift, right? Is that we have got to get down into this range. We have to get down into here and grab this. And now we can see what lifting with our legs looks like is because we're coming through here instead of through here. Now, if we are lacking that kind of flexibility and that mobility to get down into a full squat, that's when we've got to kind of start doing some research, and you've got to put in a little bit of time. If your back is already compromised, we've got to find out why, what tissues that we have to stretch and work on to get you down into that proper range. If you have questions about something like that, don't hesitate to call me. Send me a message on Instagram or on Facebook, and we'll get this stuff worked out. Your back is too important for you to be blowing through yellow lights all the time. So if there's something that just doesn't feel right when you're lifting, if it feels sketchy, it is. So that's when we need to start doing a little bit of investigation. So until next time, Courtney Morse, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.